What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich, back off vacation to bring you your MLB props for Monday, August 15th. We are back. We're back. I gotta be honest, Friday through Sunday, did not watch a single pitch of baseball. Did not watch any. So this is gonna be a short video. It's gonna be quick. I'll give you the numbers, but the actual analysis is tough. I haven't watched a lot of baseball lately, so you guys will have to do a little bit more homework. You know, if you've been watching baseball, you've been paying attention to some of these guys, definitely, you know, make your picks. Don't just trust me blindly. I'm going to give you the information and you can do with it what you will, because I haven't been watching baseball. When I watch baseball, I'll give you some more in-depth analysis, how players are playing, how pitchers are pitching. I haven't really watched anything, so we're kind of freestyling this a little bit, but I think that we do have some good things in the works. So today, I'm going to start with pitchers, strikeouts. Aaron Savale, you know, he does play at 3 o'clock, so if you miss it, you miss it. You know, I like him over 4.5. I think he can go all upwards of 6. I do like that quite a bit. But here's what we're looking at. Randy Arozarena, Wilson Contreras, Taylor Ward, Ian Happ, Alex Bregman. You see that a stack against Josiah Gray is what we're really looking at here. He's been struggling lately, hasn't been playing overly well, and obviously the Washington bullpen is terrible. But it doesn't mean that we're going to expect a lot from this lineup, you know. As much as I like the matchup, don't love it, because Josiah Gray still does have strikeout stuff. You know, he's right around 5.5, 6 strikeouts at plus money on the books. PrizePicks, I believe, has him at 6, which is a very, very reasonable number, but it's still a little high, right? I'm not going to say bet is over strikeouts, but you see Contreras has been getting hotter lately. Not super hot, you know, only 11.25 over the last 7. But the thing I'm looking at here is this P-Val factor. That, my friends, is high, like very high. So that's where I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, buddy. Josiah Gray has been struggling lately. So I think we could see some really good things. You know, see Contreras has gone over this number in 6 of his last 10 games. Same with Ian Happ, 5 of his last 10. So about 50%. It's tough. Only got to get 6, 5.5 for Happ. I don't love it. I think I would take Contreras over Happ. I think he's just been playing a little better. You see the hit per game is a little concerning. He's still scoring runs. Total bases are there. RBIs are there. Extra base hits are getting there, right? Both of them are pretty much the same. Thing is, Happ isn't scoring any runs. There's no one behind him driving him in. At least Contreras is scoring runs, so a little bit higher upside there. We know that Gray can give up runs. He has been playing better, but he can give up some runs. I think that my first play would have to be Wilson Contreras. I think he's got a shot. You know, I don't think 6 is too bad. I think it's a fine line for him. You see he's got a massive edge and playing particularly well, so I do like it. Then let's get into Arozarena, who, frankly, I don't really want to play Arozarena today. I've played Arozarena, and I've touted Arozarena against Cole before. Now he is hot. You know, 11.2 over his last 14, 12.8 over his last 7. Over hit per game, almost 2.5 total bases per game, an RBI per game. That's what you need. You need that RBI. If he doesn't get the RBI, you're not making it. Like, you need a hit and an RBI to go over that 4.5. But you see the park factor not in his favor. The P-Val factor not in his favor. A lot of things just not looking good for Randy Arozarena. So I'm cautiously saying you could, but maybe don't. Like, he needs a hit and an RBI, a hit and a run. And while he's been really good lately, hit a massive 3-run home run the other day. Like, I don't know if I could do it. He's been hot, though. You see 14, 16, 16. Like, he's been good. The problem is that Cole has had Tampa Bay's number all year long. His strikeout prop is, I believe, at 8.5. Should be at least that high. He's double digits. Like, he's on double-digit watch every time he plays Tampa. Pretty sure he's faced him 3 times this season, and he's just been lights out almost every game. There's one game that he didn't pitch quite as well, and it was actually Arozarena who did get an RBI single in that game against him. But you're praying. Like, you're literally praying that he does anything, so I don't think I'm playing him. Same with Taylor Ward up against Castillo. Castillo has been allowing a little bit, but he's been pitching deep in these games, not allowing a ton. It's just from a cumulative standpoint, he's allowing a decent amount. And then obviously the the Seattle bullpen isn't, you know, anything crazy, but it's pretty good. And I just don't think I'd be betting on Taylor Ward against Castillo. Castillo's just too good. Like, I just don't want to bet that. It's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Bregman. You see Bregman up against Cueto. Cueto has been good. You know, he's limited runs, but he's not limiting hits. And that's one of the reasons why I do like Bregman in this matchup. You know, he's not striking a ton of guys out, and I actually have him projected for under his strikeouts right now. You see that Bregman does have a hit off him, you know, 2 at bats. What does that really mean? Cueto's getting a little bit older, but he's allowing a lot of hits. Like, he's allowing a lot of base runners. He's just been doing a good job at limiting the damage. But against Houston, it could get a little dicey. And you see of all these stats, you just see across the board, Bregman is looking like the best play. 11.08 in the last 14, 15.67 in the last 7, 1.3 hits, 2.25 total bases. Like, there's a lot of things to really like here with Cueto or against Cueto, and you see a run per game for Bregman, RBI. It's really just the extra base hits. Can he get there? Can he get that 6.5? I do think that he's got a really good shot. He's hit it in 9 of his last 10 games, going over 6.5. So I think that if it was me, my money, Bregman and Contreras, who I want to power play today. There's not a ton that I like, though. Not a lot of ton of matchups I'm really going after. If you wanted to target Josiah Gray, I don't hate it. Not one I'd be playing all over, right? Because he sometimes he turns in a good performance, so I'm not really trying to go heavy after that. But the way I see it right now, I think you want to go with Bregman and Contreras. They're my two favorite plays. I think that Bregman especially, it seems like all year we've been waiting for Alex Bregman to really get going, get hot. And I think that this is going to be the matchup where he's got a real shot. You know, he's been running really hot lately, playing well, needs to continue that momentum going. He's hit in his last 5 games, over 6.5. So I do like that quite a bit. We know that the Astros can get hot. Playing in Chicago is another great matchup, you know, playing in the White Sox Stadium. So there's a lot of things that we do like here. Pretty much everything looks like it's in Bregman's favor. A lot of positive things to see across the board. 77% edge, so he's looking good. Obviously, the form for him is tremendous, and Contreras as well, I think, is rounding into form a little bit. He's going to be a little more boomer bust. He's not hitting his number a ton, but I do think that there's a chance against Josiah Gray for him to really do some damage today. It is in Washington, so we'll see what happens, but I do think that's kind of where I'd be leaning right now. Wilson Contreras and Alex Bregman is who I'd be playing. I think both of them have a really good shot to go over their hitters' fantasy score. Thank you guys so much for watching. Glad to be back. Drop me a like and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another MLB props video. I'll watch some stuff today, have some more information you guys tomorrow, and I'm out. Peace.